First things first, we can make some more high quality food. Put iridium away. Though, actually we want to make a couple more explosive powder first as well. Let's do that. We can make... We've got a squash. And we've got some eggplant. So we can actually make a tier 2 fertilizer finally. So that's nice. Which means we could technically then make a tier 3 fertilizer. Oh, we don't have any Pestera seeds, do we? Do we? Is that one that we have? No. Of course it's not one we have. Which means we'd have to make it. I can't... Well, you can't make seeds. You can make tree seeds. You can't make flower seeds. So that means that we can't make the tier 3 butterfly farm, the specific thing for this particular planet. We can't make it until we get that seed specifically. I find that really stupid. We can make a tier 2 butterfly farm if we want to. Butterflies don't do a lot for us, really, must be said, but we do have some larvae spare, so... Oh, we want to be able to make... Oh yeah, tier 2 fish farm. Phytoplankton B, that's a better use of the fertilizer, isn't it? Yeah, screw butterflies. So insects don't do enough for us, but we can boost our animals big time. We even have a spare egg here to be able to put in it. Tier 2 fish farm. So we want 2 phosphorus, and we can upgrade tier 2 to tier 3 fertilizer. Oh, we actually have some larvae on the ground now as well. Cool. So let's put our tier 2 fish farm. And what do you need? You take 3 eggs. Okay. Well, here's 1. And then we can go 2 and 3. And we get to take back a bunch of extra bioplastic nugget. Because putting them in here is going to be so much more productive. 330 kilograms of animals per second. Thank you very much. Nice. And we get, yeah, a bunch of bioplastic nugget refunds, basically. I don't know what the next best use of the bioplastic nuggets would be, quite frankly. It's hard to tell. I mean, if we get more fish eggs, then it's just making the fish farms again, but... till that point, don't know. Well, we've got them. They can be spare. Oh, hang on. I think I want 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more iridium. So I think I ordered 6 more fuses. Pressure fuses. Which means I want 2 of those. I want 2 of those. And I want 6 obsidian. Do I have 6 obsidian? I have 5, because of course I do. I need 1 more obsidian, which I think I just have sitting in storage on an island somewhere, because I've come across it plenty of times. So we'll get this lined up. Yeah, there we go. Another lot. Where's my current ones? Here we go. Let's put down another one here. Because these just stack infinitely. 109,000. Boom. 164,000. Thank you very much. Lovely. Because that makes sense. That's how physics works. 52 million pressure nanopascals per second. And we're almost at a breathable atmosphere. I do need to take a short break, but I'm going to wait this out just to see that tick over to 100%. And we've still got available power. And we could still send up more pressure rockets just for fun. I mean, 4 rockets is nothing, right? We don't even want to watch that because it's 100 GTI, which we're almost at. Let's sit up here. There we go, 100 GTI. We get the animal multiplier fuse. Okay, that's interesting. Wonder how we make that. Oh, that's right. We need to make the quartz craft station. Yeah, okay. We need to do that. That's a use of bioplastic nugget, making circuit boards. So do we get another island at all, or have we... I think we must have them all now. Yeah, there's not really anywhere else that an island would pop up, is there? I think the world is now complete. We have crystals in 2 different places. Interesting. I think they should go on side number 2. Oh, we do have another earthquake. Okay, I thought we were done with islands for now. What's shaking here? I don't see any smoke rising. Oh, here we go. Over this side. further away from... Oh, it's going right up in the middle. Okay. That would have been a good place to, like, stand around and then have it rise up with you on it. We just have a random protrusion coming up in the middle of that island. I haven't even been there yet. I guess that's my bad. I should have investigated there earlier so that I could see what it would look like before we had this whole bit appear in the middle. Well, we want to go back to the bioplastic nugget island first, I think. I would have liked that, because of the, like I was saying before, the sort of construction of these pillars doesn't make much sense in terms of them being upthrust from an earthquake or anything. They should be the other way around, like the spires like that makes more sense. I feel that it would have been good if they had it so that maybe a couple of them had collapsed, like they came up on an angle and that formed a bridge, like a ramp, a natural ramp that allowed you to get up onto the top. Okay, no obsidian here. Zeolite's actually fairly rare, so we'll take that back with us. Don't really care about super alloy right now. Clams. Oh, obsidian. What do you know? Okay. Well, that's all we needed. We also need a drink, so let's do that. Obsidian. More zeolite, alright. More zeolite and bioplastic nuggets. Cool. We don't need to worry about safety bases anymore, at least not above the ground, or above the water, and we can't breathe in bases underwater, so moot point. Not worth it, not worth it. Okay. One obsidian short, being able to make a second machine optimizer. I should really have a teleporter. I don't have enough pulsar quartz. Maybe that's what you should prioritize bringing with you when you start into this planet in particular. If you start... well, I say if you start. You can't start a new save on this planet anyway. You have to continue from an old one. Best thing to put in your locker is the ingredients for 2 teleports, I think. Well, the power thing I think was correct. Like, I put in a power optimizer and enough for a single fusion generator. That, I think, was a good start. Really, the only thing I wasted was this. And that wasn't a waste because it gave me osmium rod that I used to be able to make the drills. Okay, the titanium was a waste, though. What am I making? Another optimizer. Bam. What are you now? 219,000 per. Excellent. Just want to make sure you're not getting buffed. No. Good. 70 million pressure per second. Excellent. We could make another drill, but it's like... Making a single drill by itself, I already have 8 boosted, and the boosted ones are what's giving me all of the performance. Making another individual one is not actually useful. Bioplastic nuggets go in here. We have a lot of those now. Huh. That's a reversal of fortunes for sure. Do I even care about getting to my bioplastic nugget base at this point? I'm not sure I do. I guess I do, just because. Like, I do want to get up there, and I want to be able to cross over to the other side as well. Which just means making a few foundations, I think, more than anything. Foundations just 1 metal each as well, aren't they? Yeah, foundation grid. Oh, there's now trees on the island. Oh, is there now going to be, like, roots or something going up? Because that's now bridging that gap. I bet I just had to be patient. Classic me just wanting to try and do things. Yeah, I can see a vine coming down from that central bit where my base is. Yup. Okay. Classic me just trying to be impatient. But watching you try was fun. Hey, I aim to please. It's just me in every single game. I'm always trying to get where I'm not supposed to early on. It's like in RPGs, like my classic thing in World of Warcraft was always when I first got my mount, which was late anyway because they cost so much to buy originally. That's so cheap these days. So easy to get your first mount now, but Originally, back in my day, back in classic days, they were super expensive. So it took me a while to save up because I played solo. But as soon as I got my mount, I set off to explore pretty much everywhere. So I was level, I think, 43 or something. But galloping through level 60 areas just to explore them. And just getting chased by all of the monsters. And I love it when you can do that in games. It's like, yeah, you can go wherever you like. You're gonna die, though. Okay. When I came into this game to start with, when we got here, swimming and being in the air, I'm sure were equal. They were both minus 1.9 per second. So why is swimming now minus 3.6 per second? Now that we're at a breathable atmosphere, I don't need to breathe outside of the water, but my oxygen consumption underwater is now almost twice what it was. Why? How does that make any sense? Because even while it was equalizing, it was 1.9 in the water, and then like 1.7 out of the water while it was becoming a breathable atmosphere. Something doesn't quite sit right with me about that. That doesn't seem right. Especially on an aquatic planet. I can probably clear these. Okay, I shouldn't have bothered. Okay, especially this one. Okay, I'm gonna stuff you full of phosphorus and leave you be. I'm not taking a silkworm larvae. Why would I bother? I don't need that much fabric, thanks. So now we have purple trees here, which I like. And golden trees up above, which I also like. So our base spot was pretty much spot on. I now have a bunch of extra iron on me that I can use to make lockers at least. Wow, and I still have more. And then I doubt there's a clam in this one. Nope. What about this one? Have I been here yet? Ah, there are a couple. More obsidian, nice. More obsidian, okay. There is the possibility of making animal fuses now, was the special thing on this planet. Right, yes, here's the route that goes up. Bonk. And then we just appear on top. Well, let's go check out where our robot is. I don't even have the ability to take anything out of him. I can take like 2 things back. Oh, do we have frog eggs yet? Not yet. Must be close though, right? There he is. Yeah, I can take 2. Actually, I can take 3 because I need to eat. 75 seconds each time. That's actually really fast. And now I can jetpack along. What do you got? Nothing useful. Alright. Well. So much for trying to be inventive, I guess. I'm not sure if there's actually going to be anything particularly useful up here either. There's just more clams. There's probably going to be another golden clam at the top or something. I would hope you get the tree seeds of this variety of tree. But otherwise, I think it's time to just head back to base. And then we've got other islands to explore. Now, the problem that I'm finding with this map is an extension of a problem that I had with the Humble DLC as well. I kind of touched on it at the end, where we were at that southeastern biome where it was all bright neon purple bioluminescent, and there was the butterflies and the special creatures and stuff. And it felt like it was nice, but why did I go there? Other than because I hadn't been there yet. Like, that whole part of the map felt twice as big as it needed to be. And there never felt like there was a reason to go there. The closest you got in the Humble map was at least there was the drone logs. So you had a bit of a reason, there was a bit of lore. You were chasing, like, well, you weren't really chasing, but you were trying to find enough drone logs to get the robotics ending, if you cared to have the robotics ending anyway. But in this one, like, is there even an ending? I don't think there is. If I make an extraction rocket on this planet, I don't know what options it will give me other than, well, Sentinel Core, I guess. Or the fly off by yourself sort of thing. Like, there isn't an extra ending. There's not the extra variety. And other than just looking for more resources, but it's more of the same resources, then it's a case of, well, the asteroids are falling over there. That's funny. It's like, why should I go there? And why should I go there? I'm going to, because, hey, I want to see what they look like. But it's a long way. And are they going to offer me anything more than what I already have here? And the answer is probably not. I mean, the bioplastic nugget harvesting is nice, but that's only so useful. It's useful for making circuit boards, basically. That's pretty much the only thing I could think of. I could always get some plant fuses for the sake of it as well, but really, once you've started tunneling in on one particular route, in some ways you're better off just sticking with that and just ramping that one and just going for it. I mean, I'll probably want to make some of the animal fuses simply because that's new to me. So I'll make a quartz crystal thing and we'll see what we actually need to make the animal fuses. I mean, making fuses in general is new. No, we haven't done that before. But there is just a sort of lack of impetus in what you should be doing and why you should be doing it in this particular map. And of course you don't always need a reason to do things in games. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, well, you do it because you're playing the game, and that's why you play the game, is to, like, explore and stuff, right? Surely. It's like, yep, there is that. But but it would be nice to have some other lore. We're just missing that little extra bit. I'm going to make a trash can. It's funny that you can... There's a shredder machine, which requires, what? Uranium osmium explosive powder, and it takes 18 per second. Or you can get a trash can, and, like, I've got some extra phosphorus that I don't really care for. I can put that in the trash can, and it's gone. I need more iron. Instead of making a ton of lockers over on the other base, randomly, where they're not doing anything, should have brought the iron back to make lockers at my main base, where I actually need to store things. See, at this rate, the only reason I'm going to go exploring onto the other islands is just to get more iron. So this can be for methane. And bioplastic nuggets. Excess phosphorus is going in the trash. I do not care. The sole use for the phosphorus is turning tier 2 fertilizer into tier 3 fertilizer. That's all I can tell at the moment. But I can't do that because I can't grow squash. Because the one thing they have not given me, well, I say the one thing, there's a few things they haven't given me, is the ability to grow squash. Oh, that's the wrong one. Which is crucial for fertilizer. So that's kind of annoying. And let's just make some bacteria samples, because why not? There we go. We can make some more plant rockets, because our tree bark will be full as well. So we can do mutagen. Let's do 4 of those. Oh, this isn't even the one we want, is it? I don't think. Oh, well, it'll do. I mean, I was thinking actually of the one that took llama seeds, because that's these. So we're going to need to make some rocket engines. 3 rocket engines, and then tree bark. Because while it may not be the primary thing that we're worried about, if we boost more oxygen, that's also fine. So then llama seed was... Oh, I've got enough for another one. Oops. Llama seed was the other things, though. For plant rockets, if we can do 4 of those. Do we have enough? We kind of do, actually, have enough to send off 4 more rockets. We have 4 iridium rods. That's the main thing that you need. And then I need some uranium, but we have rods of that as well that we can deconstruct. Yeah, that's enough for 4, isn't it? So, 4 rockets, good. Another oxygen one, and 4 plant ones. Oh, fertilizer, okay, that's where I need the fertilizer. And that'll take plants to, I think, 10,000? And I don't need to worry about any, like, asteroids or anything falling from the sky with this one. It's not going to ramp as much as pressure, but at least multiplies what I've got. Maybe I can put down another ecosystem or something at some point. We get another tier 2 fertilizer? Maybe? Okay, next thing is I want quartz craft station. So I need circuit board for that. I was waiting for the nitrogen, that's right. So it's just silicon, iron, and aluminium. So I can make 2. Bioplastic nuggets, and then how much nitrogen do we have? Plenty, good. You can, oh, but 2 of them can go in there. 2 circuit boards. So quartz craft station, we can put next to our advanced craft station. Handy. There we go. So what does this let me do? Okay, pulsar quartz, makes sense. I can already make that anyway. Fuse cartridge, solar quartz, and circuit boards. And then I can make animal multiplier and insect multiplier. Interesting. Okay. That uses plants for some reason. That uses mutagen, phosphorus, tier 1 animal food. Okay. So tier 2 mutagen needs 1 common lava and honey. Animal food takes honey, beans, and... Okay, so a bunch of larvae, a bunch of other stuff, and a bunch of honey, so I should collect that. Because that does actually come back faster than how I use it anyway. And then I need a bunch of common larvae. I have a couple, so that's a start. Well, that allows me to make the tier 2 mutagen anyway. And then the tier 1 animal food, I'll need more honey and beans. So there's the beans, I need to wait for more honey. But first I need 2 solar quartz anyway, which I do have. So we can make a fuse cartridge. Wrong one. And then, yeah, we're going to need a tier 4 mutagen, which needs a tier 3 and a tier 1. Okay. Tier 1 requires that. Tier 3 requires bacteria sample nitrogen and sulfur. Okay. We can do that. This is while we're waiting for our honey, basically. Okay, and then phosphorus, 2 genetic traits, and then there's the tier 1 animal food. Okay. Well, we have some spare genetic traits. We have duplicate variants here. We could also look to get the... Where is it? The genetic extractor? I need more circuit boards for that. Okay. What do you got in here? Yeah, more stuff there. More bees, more butterflies. Which is all just going to be fodder for genetic extraction at some point. Got some honey. Good. Honey. Beans. Tier 1 animal food. Alright. So if we just take the variant 4s, because I don't really care about them And phosphorus, of course. Okay. Well, we have an animal multiplier fuse, so then we just need to create another multiplier and find somewhere to slap that down. Where's the best place to put that? That's the only thing that's producing animals for me, I think, isn't it? That and maybe the ecosystem? No, that does insects, but not animals. Key point. Key difference. Maybe we'll do... There's no point doing an amphibian farm, not when I can do... Well, there is if I get frogs. I guess, because then I don't need tier 3 fertilizer. So I will. Otherwise, I'll just be making an animal shelter anyway, to be honest. Well, Lurmaseed, I've sent them all into space. Oops. So I think I'm only going to be boosting one thing, but may as well do it anyway. Why not? I've got just enough sulfur to be able to make 2 explosive powder. And then have a uranium rod. And I already pulled out 3 obsidian. Good. So if you're the only thing that I'm boosting, let's just... Can I put an optimizer in the middle here? No, for some reason. That's annoying. That's kind of stupid. Well, it can just sit up here instead. Animal fuse, 750. So you're now 385 kilos per second. So that's good. If I can make another couple of those over time, like, I'm going to need a lot more biological ingredients for that. That was fairly complicated to make, mostly just for the mutagen's sake. Mutagen and the animal food. I've got spare high quality food. Maybe we work towards having more like the animal food and the... I need more common larvae for that though. I have one. Yeah, tier 1 animal food. Cool. Then we just got to work on the mutagen. So then we need another honey and another normal mutagen for that. We also need more sulfur again. Alright, well, let's just put those in there for now. What do we got here anyway? We're 20% towards natural life, apparently. I feel we're still a very long way away, though. That's the thing. This moon has a very long tail end. Because we've managed to accelerate pretty fast to the point of, yeah, we've got a breathable atmosphere already. And we're almost 20% towards natural life occurring. But 7 TTI is the ultimate goal. And we're only a quarter towards 1 TTI. But we can probably work out, based on its rate of increase, how long it'll take us to get there. That's a bit hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say about 8 seconds to get 0.5 GTI. Just need to free my cursor to bring up my calculator. So if it's 8 seconds for 0.5, then it's 16 for 1 GTI times 1,000. 16,000 seconds, which is 266 minutes. So that's 4 hours per 1 TTI at the current rate of increase. So that's 28 hours to finish. That's a long time. Funnily enough, that's a very long time. That's with a massive amount of multiplier abuse to get to 70 million per second pressure, with the 8 drills plus 2 extra, just kind of doing their best off to the side. We could just send off a ton of rockets to continually ramp that as well. The oxygen rockets also putting in work. Plant rockets we've got boosting the biomass production. Eventually we can put down like more ecosystems and stuff like that. Heat is not really doing much, funnily enough. We can make explosive powder more freely now, which means that opens up more options on the heat front if we want. But it's like there's no point. We don't need heat specifically for anything. So therefore we're better off focusing on like pressure. or oxygen, or something like that. It's already getting more multiplied. If we just get more fuses and more multipliers, then technically that is going to do more for our chances of anything else. Or we need to flip it on its head. And we could just go back to Humble and grab all of the tree spreaders that we had, the tier 3 tree spreaders, grab all of them, and then just bring them here and just plant them down and just ramp those. Get some more oxygen fuses and stuff as well. We need to make another water life collector actually at some point. Well, that's something we can use our bioplastic nuggets for. I honestly expected to see some blue circles with special fish eggs. I guess they won't until natural life occurs. Maybe once we get to that point. That might be what we're waiting for. Once we get to that point, then maybe we get special fish eggs and frog eggs. We already have some of the special fish eggs that we got from clams. I guess that's the other thing, is we just keep hunting, keep foraging, keep finding clams. Honestly, the biggest thing that would help me coming back from my other planet would be squash seeds. That would actually be the biggest thing. Squash seeds so that I can make tier 2 fertilizer. That would unblock so many things. And then I could actually make better use out of the tier 3 fertilizer that this planet provides. Honestly, that is the biggest thing. Like, it gave me bean seeds, which is nice. Beans, not actually as useful. What's more useful is squash. They seem to have forgotten the ingredients for tier 2 fertilizer. Anyway, we will come back to this another time. For now, I think we've made some pretty good progress for a first stream of this. 5.5 hours or so. And we're at, 300 GTI. We're 21% of the way towards natural life. Got a bit of things left over. We've got 7,000, 10,000 plant rocket boost. Nice. I think we've probably got all the islands that we can expect to get. Maybe we'll get some further modifications of them though, like we got the central spire sticking out of the southern island. Definitely need to do some more scouting. I mean, if it's going to take us like 25 hours to finish off the terraformation, that gives plenty of time to go hunting around and exploring other islands. Or we might find ourselves blasting off back to our humble planet in order to collect some squash seeds, and maybe a few other bits and pieces. But for now, that will do. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.